My relationship with education has always been one I take very seriously because my parents have always, reinforced the idea that education is a gateway into many opportunities. My parents didn't get to have that education. They didn't even get to finish elementary school. They're immigrants that came to the United States, and so I've always tried my hardest for classes and rigor and what I do. My older sister was an AVID, and that's how I heard about the program. What made me want to join AVID was the fact that she said it really helped her feel comfortable at school, and that she always had the community in AVID, and that she always felt supported by her teachers. After the pandemic, my middle school experience was cut short, so going into high school, I was not only scared of all the academic things that went into it, but just talking to people. But I feel like AVID just pushes you to be a little bit more comfortable with being uncomfortable. My AVID teacher helped me be more confident in my abilities. I feel like sometimes I doubt myself a little too much and what I'm capable of doing. But my AVID teacher has really pushed me to take those hard classes and step out of my comfort zone, because even if I don't feel like I can do it, I have my AVID teacher and others who believe in me to do so, and so I think that has helped me do things that I might not have done just on my own.
Es tiempo de ponerse las pilas, mija. It's time to get to work. The phrase I was told by my parents after having been socially isolated for almost 2 years due to the pandemic. Going into high school my freshman year, I was scared. I didn't know how to speak to people, how to understand social cues, or how to read a room. Normally, middle school is the awkward time in which kids learn to interact with other individuals, but such a time to develop essential developmental skills was cut short for me. High school is scary enough as is due to the fact that the 4 years spent there would ultimately determine my future and the path I followed. Hence, my parents telling me I had to get to work. However, the one place I felt comfortable in was my AVID classroom. A class filled with peers I've known for years or individuals I knew I would at least share a common goal and background with. Nonetheless, my AVID teacher, Morgan Conrad, understood that at times, wanting to be comfortable was a hindrance, and that discomfort was progress. For that reason, we would participate in activities that would force us to step out of our comfort zone, such as the 60-second speeches we did my freshman year, in which we had to deliver a small speech to our AVID class about random topics we chose. While I did feel more at ease in my AVID class, regardless of who the audience was, public speaking was terrifying for me. So these small yet frequent activities allowed me to grow more comfortable and confident with social interactions over time. So much so that after my freshman year, I decided to make a call that I believe has greatly altered my life. Wanting to further my hours of community service, I researched on my school's website for opportunities and found that a care center for senior citizens in my town was looking for volunteers. Since I wish to go into the medical field, I found this to be a great choice for me to pursue. The phone call I had to make in order to sign up, on the other hand, was daunting. My hands were trembling, typing the number into my phone, and my voice shook as I introduced myself to the activities director on the other end. The funny thing was that if you had asked me that day why I was so scared, I wouldn't know what to say to you. I didn't know, I just was. My first day volunteering, I felt as though my heart would beat out of my chest, and it took every ounce of courage I had in my body to open the doors to the facility and step in. But I did. I did because I knew that just as my AVID teacher had told us, we had to become accustomed to being comfortable with being uncomfortable in order to advance. At first, I felt awkward and self-conscious while volunteering, but I returned almost every day that entire summer, no matter what. Now, having been at this same skilled nursing facility for around 2 years, I can no longer imagine my life without the joy of knowing I am actively making an impact on the lives of those at the care center. Seeing the smiles on residents' faces, witnessing their newfound willingness to participate being formed, and being fortunate enough to develop patient care skills and greater empathy has truly been rewarding. The confidence to pursue such an opportunity can be accredited to the AVID program, a program which has pushed me beyond my comfort zone and what I thought myself to be capable of. Such a push even gave me the confidence to run for class officer and deliver a speech to my entire AVID class my sophomore year, and then again my junior year. I can now confidently speak in front of my peers in class, converse with new people at work, or even in my everyday life without feeling nervous or being afraid. I must note that AVID has not only provided me with the confidence to better my social skills, but with the self-assurance to no longer doubt myself, especially academically. Aside from entering high school afraid of social interaction in general, I started afraid of failure afraid of disappointing my parents in regards to my academics. I was scared to take difficult classes I had heard horror stories of, worried that I would be incapable of handling the amount of work that was required. But AVID does not advocate for fear. It advocates for the courage and for the ambition to strive for your best. Now, after having completed my junior year, I have worked tirelessly and taken multiple advanced placement classes, as well as genuine college courses, and have achieved the highest GPA in the entire AVID program at my high school. But achieving such a feat wasn't easy in any way, shape, or form. Countless nights have been spent pushing myself to continue and persevere, even when I felt immensely tired, in order to continue succeeding in my coursework. Because to me, hard work is the key to accomplishing one's goals, regardless of the obstacles. I am confident in my ability to take such a difficult workload head-on, as I know true failure stems from not trying. However, I must once again thank the AVID program for my self-assurance, as on the days which I was near breaking point, the program provided an open hand to reach out to and hold. The guidance, support, and community the program has supplied is irreplaceable. With the additional confidence I've developed, I, a first-generation student, am ready to be the first in my family to graduate from a 4-year university, and I am ready to continue putting in the hard work. Estoy lista para ponerme las pilas. Thank you.